Simple is simplify processes, amplify results. Simple is.
So one of the things that we would like to share with you before we move forward, that in India, if you look at the trend, if you look at the data, a lot of students do their STEM undergrad degrees and then go on to do masters in MBA. This is a pattern that we have observed over the past 10 years or so, and this trend continues even till this date. So you will find that in order to recruit MBA students, it's not just important to focus on students that are currently pursuing a bachelor's in business, but also keep in mind that a lot of students that are currently pursuing a STEM bachelor's might be interested in MBA program. Having said that, these two programs are going to have completely different tours, and we will focus on different institutions when we travel to recruit for these programs. Having said that, let's move on to the next slide, please. So my name is Yasir Ansari. I am the founder of SimpleLed, and SimpleLed started about 9 years ago with doing recruitment events only in India. Ever since, we have branched out to 21 different countries and 7 different regions of the world. We do recruitment events, specifically outbound recruitment events in all of these countries, and we serve institutions all around the globe. All right, so first thing that we can start with are the tour details, specifically the cities and dates, because these are going to be important in that decision making. So as you can see, we have shortlisted 4 different metropolitan cities of India. And if you look at the data, these cities are right fit for MBA and STEM programs, not just because they're metropolitan cities, but India's largest IT industries are based in Bangalore and Hyderabad. And if you Google, you will also learn that Google and Apple are making their biggest campuses outside of United States in Hyderabad. And Bangalore is referred to as India's Silicon Valley. Pune happens to be an education hub of India with a really large populations of students, and Delhi, of course, is the capital of India. So these are all very important cities that have been carefully chosen for this program. And on the right-hand side, you can look at this schedule. So on 7th of September, you will arrive in New Delhi, and on the first day, we will only focus on orientation orientation and welcome dinner, along with giving you ample of time to rest, check in, and just get over the jet lag. After that, we will start our recruitment tour in the next day. And each day we will visit 2 to 3 different institutions, followed by travel to the next city. And that is the overview of the program. However, on day number 7, if you see, you do get a free day because, believe it or not, by the time you're done with 5-6 days, you definitely do need that rest to re-energize, go back out in the field, and get ready for international travel back to United States or wherever you are joining us from. Next slide, please. So I want to briefly talk about the data that we currently have. So according to the Indian Ministry of External Affairs, 770,000 Indian students are currently studying abroad, and about 60 to 70% of those students are pursuing graduate degrees. So that's really great news for you if you are looking for graduate students. I think all of us in international education field do understand that India still happens to be a graduate-focused market. And if you look at the data for specifically United States, there are more than 160,000 students that are enrolled in graduate programs in United States, and majority of them are studying STEM and MBA, which again is the right fit for a lot of you because that's the program that you're looking to recruit in. Next slide, please. So as we engage in this conversation, one of the things that I want to talk about is why does SimpleLed follow a recruitment tool model and not a typical traditional fair model? Specifically in the market like India, which has more than 1.3 billion people, we have found that fairs can definitely attract a lot of crowd, but it's very hard to focus on the right fit of those students that are attending these fairs. We have no way of really qualifying these students. We have no way of understanding where these students are coming from, what is their language proficiency, what is their academic background, are they just shopping around, how serious are they? So in fair setting, it's very hard to really help students in terms of providing them the right kind of guidance, and also to help you connect you with the right fit students. Because in any given fair that you visit, maybe 10, 15, at max 20% of the attendees are going to be the right fit for your specific purposes. Whereas in a tour model, every student that you're going to meet is going to be already your right fit or your target audience student, because they are already enrolled in the program that you're looking to recruit in. They're already in the final year of that program and actively seeking a master's program. So when you come to their campus, that clicks because that's what they are looking for in that moment. So it's like a match made in heaven, and it works really well for both parties. And unlike undergraduate tours, here you will be meeting adults who are much more aware, much more mature, and they have done their homework. So you will be surprised to see the kind of questions these students will ask, and they would have already done a little bit of research on your country, on your program, and they will be asking specific, interesting, educated questions. So that is why we prefer an outbound approach to really give you the best ROI and connect you with the right fit student, and make sure that every conversation that you have is meaningful and is with the right fit student. So now let's break down what Simple Ed Tours are all about. So Simple Ed Tours are a three-step process ranging from step number 1 all the way to step number 3. Everyone is familiar with step number 2, which is our tours. During our tours, we go to 4 to 5 different cities, and Simple Ed manages all the tour logistics from hotels, flights, accommodation, and you are also provided a tour leader who is with you on site on all of the events and manages all the on-site logistics for you. Along with that, we schedule all of these visits to the institutions for you, and a lot of work and research goes into it. So every visit that you do is meaningful and adds to your recruitment efforts. This is something that you already have a brief understanding of, but a lot of people don't are not familiar with our step number 1 and our step number 3. Step number 1 is consulting and pre-departure preparation, and this is a very critical step for institutions that might have not traveled to India before, or haven't traveled to India in a long time, because this is the step that not only educates you, informs you about the programs, about the kind of motivations these students have to go abroad, but we also help you strategize and come up with practical action items that will help not only enhance but accelerate your recruitment from India. So during step number 1, you will be meeting our team 3 times. First for onboarding session, second for pre-tour consulting, and third for pre-departure orientation. So we start working for you the second you register, and we make sure that you feel fully prepared before you even board that flight. Now let's jump to step number 3. In step number 3, we help you implement a lot of items that were discussed in the pre-tour consulting phase. And this is where we engage all the leads that you want us to engage. For example, if you're planning to do a webinar after the tour, we will call all the students that registered for the webinar. We will call on the institutions that you visited and request them to put a poster about your webinar on their notice board, or any other kind of follow-up re-engagement help that you need from our team. Every institution is unique with unique strategies, unique needs. So depending on what you want us to do, for a period of 60 days, Simple Ed's India team will be made available to you to execute a lot of those items. So if you are one person office, or if you are traveling to some other country right after India and you don't want to lose on the momentum, step number 3 could be critical for your recruitment and for your ROI. So one of the questions that institutions often ask is, how do we select these institutions? So Simple Ed has a dedicated team all around the year. The only thing they do is network with institutions and try to analyze if they're going to be a good fit for one of our upcoming tours. So typically what we look at is what kind of student body does that institution serve? Does this student body has the language proficiency? Do they have the paying capacity? And what are the trends of students going abroad from this specific institution? And of course, for graduate programs, we look at the programs that these institutions offer. So in your case, we will be looking at if this institution has a STEM program, or if they have business programs. And that's how we will visit them. Along with that, every day we visit 2 to 3 institutions. On any given tour, we cover 4 to 5 cities. In this specific tour, we will be traveling to 4 different cities. And typically, we have 7 to 8 institutions on any of our tours, but we never have more than 10. That is our promise to you, because we want to keep the quality and the personalized feel of the tour intact. So here are some of the things that I want you to remember as you try to analyze what recruitment tours to go with. Is that Simple Ed adds a lot of value, especially for institutions that are traveling to India for the first time or might need that additional help, because we don't just focus on step number 2, which is the tour logistics, itinerary, making all the appointments for you, arranging all the institution visits. But we really focus on pre-tour consulting. We really focus on empowering you and preparing you for what is to come. Because if you don't start working months before the tour, sometimes you will not be able to take full use of the opportunity, and you will not be able to maximize your ROI. So that is something we specifically focus on. And of course, during the post-tour phase, we want to make sure we help you with those conversions, we help engage students, we help connect you with all the faculty that is interested in talking to you, so you can maximize your investment and also convert as many leads as you have collected. So along with understanding what is included in your presentation, in your pricing, I also want to talk about what is excluded from the pricing. So international flights from into India are going to be excluded. So if you're flying from United States, US to India, and India to US flights are not going to be included. Any type of immigration and visa fee is not going to be included. Travel or health insurance is not included. Meals and personal expenses are not included. Any kind of COVID testing or any other testing that the Indian government might request from you is typically not included. And airline excess baggage fee is not included. In India, typically you get 15 kgs of check-in and you get 7 kg carry. So now what we have covered the exclusions, let's talk about what is included in your registration fee. So if you remember, we talked about 3 steps: pre-tour, on-tour, and post-tour. And these are the items that are included in your cost. So all of the travel logistics, including accommodation, ground transportation, airport pickup, airport drop-off, is included. All the events that are mentioned on the itinerary are included. Our tour leader is included. Orientation welcome dinner is included. All the steps listed in the pre-tour and the post-tour are included in your registration cost. SimpleEd does not work on a commission-based model, so we have a flat fee. Once the tour is over, you can get 5 students, 10 students, 15 students, 20 students. You don't have to pay us anything additional. The only thing that we request you is to share the love, tell other institutions about SimpleEd, so we can also benefit from your success. So here you can see a few pictures from our previous recruitment tour. And if you go on our website, there are many, many more pictures. There's tour reports and there are testimonials from our past partners. But if you have any further question or if you need any further information, you can definitely connect with me by scheduling a one-on-one meeting, or you can email me and I'll be happy to address any questions, concerns that you might have.
Hello, thank you so much for watching this recording. I hope you found it useful and valuable. My name is Yasir and I'm the founder and CEO of SimpleEd. At SimpleEd, we do amazing international education events throughout the year, so please check out our website and find out more information.